Montana, a sprawling outdoorsman's Eden with ice-covered peaks and unspoiled wilderness. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens, dedicated to the preservation of the last best place.
Those guys are totally road hunting.
In Montana's Region 5, State Game Warden Nick Taylor keeps an eye on a suspicious truck.
Could be looking for a deer, and you know, it's hard to tell. And in all this stuff in here, they could just be looking for a sharp tail, or maybe even a pheasant in some of that cover, and just looking to blast it from the road.
It's illegal to hunt from a vehicle. Numerous poaching complaints just outside of Billings have Taylor and fellow Warden Lee Burrows staking out a problem area.
And basically, you know, we're targeting what we do with that as a decoy is we create an opportunity for someone to violate the law. And sometimes, you know, people do it right. They have the pertinent licenses, they get off the road, they wear their hunter's orange. But what we find is many times people aren't doing it right, and that's the kind of people we're targeting, is over limits and hunt without licenses. And that's what we can get into with some of these decoys, which is exactly what we want.
The Wardens hope to catch illegal shooters red-handed. Their best tool? A full-size elk decoy.
I think what we're thinking is right out here in this flat, or maybe on this hill, put the decoy out there and kind of create an opportunity for some people to drive by and see what they do and see what happens. It's always a good opportunity to have a decoy.
Warden Burrows trailers in the lifelike decoy designed from an actual elk skin and rigged with electronics.
Car rolls up, do a little look to the right, do a little look to the left, and then a big long gaze to the right like they're gonna bolt. Oh, time to go. Boom! Mr. Burrows is admiring your vest, your Filson vest. It's very nice.
Yeah.
It's very, very good looking.
So is yours.
Oh, well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that.
Why'd you cut half the fabric off?
Oh, I like to have the belt exposed. You know, this is the tool belt right here.
It is.
I gotta have access to. Where's your tool belt? It's covered up. Doesn't it look much better than yours?
I don't think so. It's actually pretty intimidating. See, if you cover some of it up, they don't think you're such a cop.
Well, I'm in the big city of Billings. I'm not this little country game warden, you know.
A little fun helps pass the time. But suddenly, Warden Taylor spots a truck. Burrows triggers the decoy.
Mission game!
In Montana's Region 5, State Game Wardens spot a truck approaching their elk decoy. With the sound of gunfire, the Wardens move in.
Mission game! Hold your fire! Hey! Hey! Hey!
Mr. Marjama,
Yes, sir.
what's up?
Apparently we made a mistake.
Well, let's have your elk license and your driver's license.
Yeah, if you got your conservation license there. So, Mike, you know what you did wrong today?
Yes, sir.
What'd you do wrong?
I shot out of the truck off the road.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you can't shoot from a public roadway, you can't shoot from a motorized vehicle. So, sounds like you know what happened here. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write you a citation for shoot at simulated wildlife right here from shooting from a motorized vehicle. Okay. The best part of it is he knows exactly what he did wrong. So, more or less, this can end up he's gonna get a ticket, but it's a good educational experience for him.
While the decoy operation continues, the Streamlight spotlight shifts to Region 2, where Warden Joe Cambick investigates a call to Montana's poaching hotline.
Hello.
Okay, I got it.
Okay. What's the, I can't remember exactly, just the report on it there.
Okay. It says RP called in from out of state with third-party information on a subject that plans on hunting in Montana this fall. RP claims that subject kills over limit and butchers them at the cabin. RP stated last year or the year before, the subject got into a confrontation and poured gasoline onto another hunter's harvest.
Okay, just wanted to, and it doesn't give a name, it's just a
No.
confidential informant?
Yep.
Or a,
Yep.
okay, non-reporting. Okay,
Yeah.
I just wanted to get the in and out of that one, so. All right, I appreciate it.
Okay, Joe.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Acting on a lead, Warden Cambick and block management technician Bart Morris set up a roadside check station. He hopes to stop the hunter in question and ask a few of his own.
Oh yeah. Coming in hot. How come there's no legs sticking out of there?
Oh, no luck. I had a 4-point muley, but can't get those, right? Has to be whitetail.
You got to have a permit for a muley. Yep.
Yep, I only have an A tag, so.
You just have the general tag.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cambick realizes this isn't the suspect he's looking for and sends the hunter on his way.
But no luck.
Yeah.
Well, you got to go try.
Yep. I don't know where. This is my first year hunting, so.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you where the elk are. They're where you find them.
Back in Region 5, Wardens Burrows and Taylor continue their decoy operation, hoping to catch problem hunters near Billings.
You got someone else.
Minutes after they release their first shooter, another vehicle stops.
Oh, it's that same white truck, isn't it?
Two men step out of the truck. Both have guns.
Two shooters.
Fishing game! Lay the guns down.
In Montana's Region 5, game wardens spot two armed men ready to harvest an elk near the road. What they don't know is the elk is a decoy.
Two shooters.
Fishing game! Lay the guns down.
My name's Nick Taylor.
How you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. You got your elk license with you? Do you guys have some licenses as well we can take a peek at? Yeah. Why don't you go ahead and make those handy for us? Do you have any Hunter's Orange with you today?
It's inside the truck. Yeah, there's some in the truck.
Okay. Are you aware about the Hunter Orange requirement?
Yeah.
Okay. Alrighty.
So Dustin didn't get off the road. He shot from right here, right, Dustin?
What's that?
You shot from right here.
Did you get across the fence there, Trent? Did you have a chance to get across the fence?
No.
Okay. All right.
What, is that illegal too, to shoot off the...
Well, you're on the roadway here.
This right here?
Yeah.
Although the men stepped out and away from the vehicle, the hunt wasn't totally by the book. So the wardens pull back to discuss other violations.
Most of the shooters didn't have their hunter orange on. And then the one guy was not able to produce his elk license, which is actually they're required to have that license in possession for their species they're hunting. So it's actually a violation to fail to possess that or exhibit it upon demand. So we'll go ahead and issue him a citation for fail to possess.
It's not a big deal. It's not a huge smack, but it'll be a good learning experience for him, I think. One of the things that we had an option here was to shoot from the road. Okay, given the circumstances, it did seem you guys didn't legally get off the road, but given the circumstances, you guys did make an attempt, and so that goes a little ways with us. And so what we're doing now, Trenton, just with you, I'm writing you a hunter orange, failed to wear hunter orange citation. It's $55. Okay. But when you tie that in with shooting at one of our simulated wildlife decoys, there's some restitution involved. That's $50. So I'm writing you a citation, and it comes to a total of $105. Okay. Okay. Not the biggest deal in the world. No, certainly nothing you can't get over. Okay. All right. You guys take her easy. Drive safe.
Back in Region 2, Warden Joe Cambick waits at a roadside check station. He received a complaint of some illegal activity and hopes to question the out-of-state hunters.
This is it. Howdy, guys. How's it going? Lots of stuff in there?
Oh, there's stuff in there.
Yeah? You got critters in there? Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, look at all this. This is quite the...
We don't mess around.
Quite the deal.
We got 4 elk. 4 elk. We got, Cody's got one. He's over there. Then Don's got one, he's over there. Mike's got one, he's gone. He left yesterday.
Mike. Okay, I'll just write that down.
And that's me.
This is you.
Yep.
James.
And then we got 3 mule deer.
Okay.
There's 1 tag, 2 tags, and here's the 3rd tag. And that's all the meat.
That's the meat, and it's full up in here.
The hunters appear to have their licenses and tags in order. But Warden Cambick wants more answers from the hunter in question.
So you shot a 2x2 mule deer, you said? And you got one of those elk?
Yes.
I'm under the understanding that maybe you didn't shoot one of those elk.
Why?
Well, because I'm getting reports. That's how it went down. And now I think that this being coming from Wisconsin to Montana and something happened, I'm hoping that you're gonna be honest with me here because I've got some complaints. Monday evening, huh?
Yep.
Which one of those bulls was it?
It's the one with the broken tine.
Which, I don't remember the broken tine one.
Well, there's one in there. We got a tower stand that we take turns sitting on. I've sat there other years. And the ones I've seen before went below. This one went behind me and went up the hill. And I don't know, 75 or 100 yards. Shot him, he tumbled down and he hit the gravel road that goes up to the tower. And he broke his tine when he hit the road.
That's how he broke his tine?
Yep.
Okay.
The tine was laying there.
Every time somebody calls with a complaint and we look into this kind of stuff, we want to talk to you first.
Sure.
Okay. The investigation will go on. We'll keep on going through. So what I don't want to have happen is have an illegal elk go across state lines, because that's a problem. That's called the Lacey Act, and that becomes federal at that point. So I just want to throw it out there, like I said, a disclaimer, that if there's any doubt in your mind that I'm gonna find something else out later, I better know now. That's what your story is, you killed it, and nobody else's. He's a little unsure of himself, I think. How about heads? Go look for the mule deer heads.
Yeah, I think if we could get in there and look at that, that might be a worthwhile deal.
Warden Joe Cambick, along with Bart Morris, investigates a poaching tip. He's tracked down the hunters in question, but isn't content with letting the story end there.
He's a little unsure of himself, I think, but he said, no, I shot it. He gave me the story. He said a matter of fact about his story. But I think he could have been there too. Now I'm thinking, if this, say this really happened, and they're driving and they're having the conversation right now,
Yeah.
they're either gonna have an ulcer by the time they get to Billings before they get ready to dump out of the state, or maybe it didn't happen.
Yeah, and they may not have. I mean, it was
Third-party information.
Yeah. I mean,
how about heads? Go look for the mule deer heads.
Yeah.
Where are they throwing this stuff?
I mean, I think if we could get in there and look at that, that might be a worthwhile deal.
Over in Region 5, Wardens Nick Taylor and Lee Burrows monitor an elk decoy to catch illegal shooters outside of Billings.
Oh, I hear a truck coming from the south. I'll look that way. I don't think they even saw it. How do they ever expect to get an elk if they don't even look?
The waiting game continues. No trucks means a long wait for the Wardens.
Look at his pants. They're all muddy. You know, you're kind of presenting an unprofessional appearance there.
What's that?
Well, the seat of your pants is all muddy.
Is it really? Well, that's because I'm not afraid to get in the dirt. Lee?
Who's in the dirt?
I'm not afraid to roll around in the dirt.
Just before sunset, another truck approaches the decoy.
Mission game! Hey! No sense putting it on now, gentlemen.
I just will leave it off.
I never shot.
We'll get your driver's license and your...
What do we got here?
My little sister's deer.
Okay.
They come from way over.
Well, there's a couple violations. Clearly shot from the road, across the road. And Cody, you guys have permission, Mountain View?
Yeah, I got
Okay. And then no hunter orange, of course. Okay.
Yeah, why don't you dig it out for me? Thanks, partner.
These hunters have permission to hunt this property. Even so, wardens write citations for not wearing safety blaze orange, as well as illegally shooting from the road.
All right, guys. Thanks.
The wardens call this operation a success and call it a day.
Well, I'm glad you had this idea.
Yeah.
Sure worked out good.
It did work out good.
Alrighty, well, okay, say hello to Miss Leslie.
I will.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good evening.
All right.
The next morning, back in Region 2, Warden Cambick gets landowner permission to further investigate reports of an illegally harvested elk.
Oh, well, I'm looking for a bone pile, which I think we found. And just looking for some deer heads here that, I don't know if there's anything in particular here. We're after just double checking on some things, but oh man, this is steep.
The wardens examine the remains of the harvested animals. The out-of-state hunters' stories seem to match the evidence collected. They find no sign of wrongdoing.
Well, this one thing took almost 8 hours. Counting last night, probably what, 12? Well, we just followed up on the tip, went sat up, caught the guys coming out, everything checked out in their trailer. Got their stories, interviewed them, talked to them, got permission from the landowner to come up here and check their bone pile, and we counted rib cages and feet, and everything seems to be on the up and up. If there's anything that did go wrong, you know, we'll never know until we find out. But it's like, you know, you were in the right place, the right time, you were patient, you showed everything you needed to do, and nothing happened, nothing to show for it. But it's better because at least it does your heart good to see hunters do it right. This case is officially over. We'll go find another one.
Montana, a sprawling outdoorsman's Eden with ice-covered peaks and unspoiled wilderness. Patrolling and protecting these natural resources is a first-class band of peace officers. These are the Wardens.
He's trespassing.
Dedicated to the preservation of the last best place.
Today we're just gonna go drive around and see if we can check some hunters, see if there's anybody out and about, but haven't got any calls, don't have anything really boiling on the pot to check on, so just a general patrol for the day.
Wardens know few days are routine. It's not long before Region 4 Game Warden Brett Logan gets a call.
Just got a call from another warden, Brian Goley, said somebody has shot a deer with a rifle, and rifle season doesn't open up for the better part of another month and a half, so we're quite a ways out right now. We're gonna see if we can meet up with him and help him out if he needs it.
414-410.
Go ahead.
We don't know nothing, so you're gonna, on your way over here, make sure you look at everybody you can.
Will do.
That deer ain't been dead 15 minutes. Watch for every vehicle.
We're pretty limited on information right now, it sounds like. So unfortunately, right now, everybody's a suspect. We kind of just check the trucks and see if they have any rifles, any brass, any guns of any sort that might have shot this deer, so gotta keep an eye out for everybody, it seems.
Region 4 Game Warden Brian Goley just arrived on the scene of a reported deer shot out of season. He interviews several witnesses and then releases them after finding no rifle. Minutes later, he suspects he might have let the shooter escape.
We really need that truck. That's our suspect.
I'll flip around and head into Cascade.
Brown Ford pickup pulling a trailer full of junk, and there's a little yellow four-door sedan behind it.
Yeah, 10-4. I'm gonna ask this guy if anybody's passed. How's it going? Hey, did you see a truck and trailer and a small four-door car go past here?
There was a yellow Cutlass that came by, and there was a truck with a trailer with a bunch of iron on the back of it.
How long ago was that?
15 minutes.
Just barely. All right, we gotta go see if we can track them down. Thanks for the help. All right, perfect. They went towards Cascade. Perfect, thanks. Yeah, I just talked to that guy in the silver Chevy. He said that they did go by about 15 minutes ago, and he thought it was odd because the yellow Cutlass stopped and was looking like they were looking at deer.
Hopefully you can catch them.
That's what I'm hoping for. He said, I didn't pass him going down 10 Mile, and he said he didn't see him go that way because he's been glassing the hill, so we'll get to Cascade.
Both wardens head for Cascade County. They want to question the suspects if they can catch them.
I think it's our guy, so if the truck will have a pistol in it, and check the cylinder and see if he's getting around.
Any idea on caliber size guesstimate?
357.
I copy. It sounds like we got a bullet out of the deer, so it sounds like we have our suspects. We just gotta find them wherever. There's too many roads they could have taken.
In Montana's Region 4, Game Warden Brett Logan pursues 2 suspect vehicles minutes after wardens discover a deer harvested out of season.
Yeah, picking it up, so I should be there shortly.
Wardens call ahead and get lucky. A Cascade County deputy finds and stops both vehicles.
Have you run up and talked to these guys yet?
Yeah, we got their IDs right now.
All right, I'm gonna talk to the driver of the truck real quick. How are we doing today? Doing okay so far? I'm kind of catching up late on this. I came in at the tail end of it, but
well, we talked to Goalie.
Sure. So what all happened and what was talked about so far?
We were looking at the elk up on the hillside. That's when Goalie pulled up to us. Well, you guys got any rifles or anything? No, we got a pistol. With a dead deer back there. I said, well, I didn't even see the deer. I was looking up on the hill for the elk.
Sure.
So, I have no idea now.
No idea? Okay. What caliber pistol is that? Is it loaded?
Yes, sir.
Do you mind if I check it out real quick? You're good with that? It's a nice pistol. Well, we're running down everything we possibly can. I'll tell you where we're at right now. You know, what it is it's not really that big of a deal, but at the same time, that's what our job is. We're hired for that. And I'll tell you right now, we dug a .357 bullet out of it.
That's fine.
So that's kind of where we're curious. You got a .357, you're in the same area, a deer dies with a .357. For the meantime, I'm just gonna hang on to this. We'll get it back to you if we can get everything wrapped up as soon as possible, and we'll go on that way, okay? Hang tight for me. Thanks.
Warden Brian Goalie arrives, and he and Logan check the .357 for clues.
What do you think? Nothing?
I don't know, try it. There's one round in there that's different.
Is there one missing?
No.
It's different.
One's different. That's the only difference I can make out of it.
This is crazy. Hold on to this. Here's what happened. We went up there and gutted the deer and took a pistol round out of it, okay? You're the one that said you had a pistol. That's why we're concerned, okay? Because we knew you didn't have a rifle, and we thought it was shot with a rifle. We dug the round down, and it's definitely a .357, okay? That's why we chased you down and talked to you again. Do you understand that?
Yeah, I understand now. I do.
All right.
The wardens find no evidence the suspects fired the handgun. They still ask to search both vehicles. The inspection turns up the unexpected.
Who's deer?
I got jury duty.
Would you grab your gun? You can go. Take them up there. Huh? Put that right here. Well. You guys want to do anything with this pop knife? We're gonna have to deal with it. It has a whole bag.
The wardens turn the suspects over to deputies. Still, both conservation officers think the suspect .357 handgun is a peculiar coincidence.
2 minutes. I guess I'm done.
mean, I don't know what to say.
I don't either. Unless you guys have another gun somewhere. You guys have every right to carry a pistol. You got no problem with that at all. I'm not accusing you of being in trouble because you had a pistol. Okay?
You guys got to do your job.
Right. I'm not here to harass you.
Oh, I know.
You guys didn't have a pistol and didn't tell me you had one, we wouldn't be here. All right, you guys. Thank you.
All right, thanks. You too, appreciate it. I guess we're done.
Well,
That's just crazy. Everything was there. Just the gun.
I'm shocked, actually. Anyway,
I don't know what to tell you. It's a case of wrong place, wrong time. All the pieces of the puzzle were lining up that these guys were the ones that shot the deer. We had a Warden dig through and find a bullet out of the deer, and it was a shot from a pistol, and his best guess was .30 caliber, and these guys had told us earlier that they had a .357 in the truck, and they were sitting right at the deer when the Warden talked to him the first time and didn't realize it until somebody had mentioned it to him. So they had the gun, they were right there within minutes of when that deer was shot. And as soon as we made contact with them, all signs pointed to know that it wasn't them. The pistol hadn't been recently fired. I really don't know. It's one of those things.
Moose hunts are a real Montana treasure. Hunters enter a lottery to try and draw a Shiras moose tag, and not everyone gets picked. This year, Game Warden Captain Mike Martin's teenage son drew a lucky tag.
From the day he drew this tag, we've been spending every spare moment we can scouting and sighting in his rifle. And Zach is the kind of kid that when he was 10 years old, came up to me and announced he wanted to move to Texas. And I asked him why, and he said because 10-year-olds in Texas can hunt. And he was watching the Outdoor Channel, of course, and saw a 10-year-old hunting on there and decided that's where he wanted to live. But now that he's old enough to hunt himself, I think he's really glad he lives in Montana.
This is pretty much my room. I designed it all myself and just kind of suits what I like to do, hunt and like the outdoors. This is my first white-tailed deer. I shot it with my dad and it was pretty exciting. I had a lot of fun doing it. It almost feels natural just to go out and explore it and to learn new things and to harvest animals, not just for the size of the antlers or the size of the animal period, just for the meat. And I just like the adventure, kind of getting out and learning more about nature.
He woke up this morning at 5:30 and came up and said, "I'm so excited, it's finally here." I just wonder, I told him to be sure and focus on school today, which I don't know if he's been able to. I've been having trouble focusing on anything except this hunt myself. About 3 weeks ago, we went to this ranch and got within 70 yards of probably one of the biggest bull moose I've seen in the wild in Montana. So prior to that, he was telling me, "Dad, any moose will do," but now his expectations are sky high. We've been back 2 other times since and kind of have this moose pattern. He spends a day down in the birch trees down in the creek bottom, and every evening walks about a mile to an irrigated alfalfa field and feeds all night. Then walks from the alfalfa field back down to the creek bottom in the mornings. That's what he's been doing the past 2.5 weeks. Our problem is rut is just coming on right now for moose. And if he finds a willing female, just might take off and blow his pattern completely.
Up on the ranch, the two glass the fields on the eve of Zach's hunt and formulate their final game plan.
Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's a beautiful bull. He's walking kind of towards us. So this would be perfect. You walk out to that point right there. 300 yards right there.
This morning we came out here and we seen a cow and calf in one field and 2 cow-calf pair in the other field. And we didn't see the bull. I was getting kind of discouraged, hoping to see him. And so we started to leave and I looked back and he's in that field. So we went back and watched him for a while. I was thinking I wasn't gonna see him. I was afraid he was chasing those cows around, but he's still here. That makes me kind of happy.
He stops whenever you feel comfortable.
In Montana's Region 4, the Streamlight Spotlight shines on Captain Mike Martin and his son. Zach drew one of Montana's rare moose hunting tags. Dad and son spent weeks scouting a giant bull moose, and after a long, restless night, the season opens, and the two hit the field.
Well, you know he's there. He's kind of wandering that way, isn't he? So think, where's he gonna come out?
Right over there,
the hill, looking down over here. Let's get over there. We found the moose. He's in the alfalfa field feeding right now. There's a perfect spot down in the bottom of the creek bottoms to set up in the birch trees and wait for him to come in. Problem is, starting today, there's 6 bow hunters down in there, and we don't want to interfere with their hunt. What we want to do is stay up high, close to the field that he was feeding in. We could shoot up here, it wouldn't disturb the hunters down there. Only thing is, here we're out in the open, we don't have the trees to provide us cover. It's hilly enough though that we can use hills to hide behind a little bit and try and anticipate which direction he's leaving and find a spot we can get close enough and intercept him on his way back to his bedding area. I'm real excited about this. I absolutely cherish every moment I get to hunt with my son. It doesn't matter if I never go hunting on my own again. If I can hunt with him, if he can be successful, then it's such a joy to me.
The Martins track the moose all day. Just before dark, they stalk the big bull in an alfalfa field. Now, Zach must wait.
He stops whenever you feel comfortable. Watch where he goes. There you go. If you get another chance to take it. Got them both times, Zach. Wait, he's going down. Down, Zach! Oh. Zach, he's not getting back up. Come here. Nice job. He's not moving. The antlers are there.
Oh, I'm so happy.
That was wonderful. been watching this wolf for, well, it's been almost, tomorrow would be 3 weeks ago we saw him.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Here we go again?
Wow. Wow. He's a monster. He's bigger than I thought he was. Okay, put your tag on him.
We were sitting up on the hill and we scouted him for a little bit and then we decided to set up and watch him. We sat up on this hill right over here behind us and watched him for about a good half hour, 45 minutes, and he started following us cattle into this drainage and stopped and gave me a perfect shot. It felt great once I heard it hit him, and then I watched him. Once he stopped, I put another one into him just to reassure that he went down. I am just blown away how big he is. I thought he was a little bit smaller than this.
With him is my bonding time with him. It's where I get to learn who he's becoming as a man. It's where I get to share my sense of values with him and see him adopt some of those values. And it's just one of the most special things I can do in my life.
1, 2, 3.